How to succeed. It's the question everybody wants to know the answer to, and very few people actually do. I'll be honest with you. I have mastered how to succeed. And there's a simple reason why. I've learned how to fail. That's the answer. Trial and error. The more times you fail, the more times you'll succeed. It sounds stupid, but it's the reality of the situation. If you fail so many times, you're going to learn not to do those times again, not to do it that way again. You know that it doesn't work. You learn that it doesn't work. You have to fail to succeed. Anybody who tells you they didn't fail to get where they are, or anybody who's at a high level has failed many times. Everybody has failed that is at a high level, that has achieved greatness. I come to YouTube and you see my channel and you see 10,000 subscribers. And you go, how in the world did you get 10,000 subscribers in less than a year? It's real simple. I failed a lot more before you've seen those 10,000 subscribers. I've been on YouTube for 20 years. 20 years. So you're like, well, your account's less than a year old. That's because I've had multiple accounts on YouTube. I failed multiple times. I've been suspended. I've been banned. I've been copyrighted. I've been put on pause. YouTube has done a lot of things to me to keep me. But that's not YouTube's fault. That's my fault. I take full responsibility. I did immature things like moon the camera, got banned. I wore an LAX shirt that WWE claimed it was their copyright. It wasn't true. But if I'd wore a plain shirt, which I now wear plain shirts in all my videos, there's a reason why. Because I don't want anything that could make someone believe that they own the copyright, or let YouTube believe for a second that there's a copyright violation. I don't wear nothing but plain shirts because I don't want YouTube to think I'm doing any copyright violations. That's a lesson that I learned. It was a hard lesson that I learned. It's a very simple thing to wear a plain shirt, but it's something I know that has to be done. It's a very simple stuff like this. And then, what can you say? What can't you say? What can you get away with? What can't you get away? You have to walk the boundary. You want to push the lines. You want to get people talking about you. All that stuff matters. But do you care what other people think? Does it matter to you? Does it hurt your feelings? Do you get in your feelings when people say something to you? All that stuff matters. If you do get in your feelings, YouTube probably is not the thing for you. If you care what people think, you need to care to a certain extent, but not enough that it matters that it's going to affect the way that you perform. You have to walk the balancing act. I know all these things because I've been there. I've done that. I have failed and failed again. And that's why I'm successful like I am. Everything, it applies to my business. It applies to life. It applies to life, y'all. This really applies to life. If you believe you can, you will achieve. If you want to be president, I promise you, you can be president. Even if you're not from this country, you can change the laws and become president. It's possible. Is it the rules right now? No, but you can change them. That's a possibility. Anything is possible as long as you believe in yourself. That's the truth. And I believe everybody needs God. Now, that's my personal opinion, and not everybody has to go the same route as me. I believe everybody needs God, though. I believe I need God personally. And I couldn't do it without God. I couldn't do it without knowing that He had my hand and held me through the thick and the thin and got me through the trenches, through the valley of death, shall fear no evil. That's what I truly believe. Yeah, it's hard when you're faced with opposition, but you have to understand, opposition will always be there. There will always be a hater. There will always be pain. There will always be suffering. See, these are the answers. You want to know how to succeed? It's a simple answer, but you simply don't want to know the truth. You want to believe that it's easy. You want to believe that it's not hard work. That it's not the hardest thing you'll ever do. YouTube is the hardest thing you will ever do. It is the hardest thing you will ever do. That's why I look up to people like Jake Paul. A lot of the world hates Jake Paul. A lot of people criticize Jake Paul. But Jake Paul has been countless hours working hard, busting his butt, doing what he has to do, and makes it happen. Jake Paul took a punch to the face, let Anthony Joshua punch him in the face because he wanted to chase success so bad he was willing to let Anthony Joshua punch him in the face. Are you willing to let Anthony Joshua punch you in the face? Probably not. But guess what? You probably won't succeed at the level that Jake Paul has succeeded. You probably won't ever do that. So when you knock Jake Paul, understand you're knocking something you can't do. You're not capable. So just get with the program. Don't be a hater. Get in line. Get in line if you want to be a hater, because there's plenty more before you. You're not special. You're not unique. Nothing makes you different. makes you different is you get on, you bust your butt, and you do what you got to do to make it. I do this in my junk removal business. When I take on a job, I think, what is the opportunities? What am I missing here? I always think, what am I missing here? What am I not seeing? What can I potentially see? That's what really, really makes a difference to me. Am I asking for more money when I should be asking for more money? And when I ask for more money, could I negotiate even higher? And when I negotiate even higher, could I go even higher? How much more money can I get? How many more potentials can I make? Can I reschedule this? Can I schedule it better? Can I schedule 2 or 3 jobs closer together? Make more money off one round trip? And if I go to the dump at this time, can I make the next job by this time? All these are things I think about in junk removal. I think about it all the time, 24/7. I've been told that I don't focus on God enough, and it's probably true. It's probably really, really true. It's that I focus on YouTube too much, and it's probably really true because I eat, I sleep, I breathe YouTube. There's nothing else to me. YouTube is my foundation. It's what I live for. I hope one day it'll change. I really do. But this is what I come to the game for. This is why I'm at the dance. This is why I'm a main player. This is why I'm never going to stop being a top YouTuber. That's why I am confident in who I am and then where I'm going to go. Because now I'm at this status, I know I'm only going to elevate because I've recognized my problems. This is how you succeed, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video.